he had told us when we were kids, back in the early 50s, he was an archer, back in the days when people made their own equipment. And he had told us that he had told my cousin that there were gorillas in the woods, and he had seen 3 of them, and that they had thrown sticks at him. And so anyway, when I inquired, he had a very early archery shop. When I found out about this, I was probably 7 years old, so I inquired, and he wouldn't tell me anything about it. So I questioned my grandmother about it. She told me that he wouldn't, people thought he was crazy, and she thought he was crazy. And she's the one who tells me some of the details. But anyway, so later on in the 60s, and by the way, I finally did get him to admit, I pushed him about it. I was working, at that time he had an archery shop. At the time I was 7 years old, down in Long Beach, Washington, very early archery shop. And I asked him about that, and he finally just admitted, he said there are gorillas out there. His take on it was that they had escaped from circuses. And according to my grandmother, he thought, by the time I was older, they'd be everywhere because they were procreating, because there were 3 of them. There were 2 adults and a young one. I have no idea. I never got any straight information from him. He was afraid to tell anybody about it. Anyway, so it wasn't until the 60s when my cousin came down from Alaska with the Sasquatch and talked about them, we realized